Hello, it's Jonathan here from the Edinburgh Watch Company. Today I wanted to shoot a short video that's a little bit different than what we normally do. And firstly, may I thank you, all of you who watch my YouTube channel, looking at all these gorgeous watches we have on show. Today I want to talk to you about the Brighton Watch Show, as I've just come back from it where it was held last weekend. Here we are in late October. Now the Brighton Watch Show is the brainchild of Paul Thorpe. Paul Thorpe, I'm sure many of you will know if you follow his YouTube channel. If you don't, please go look it up because it's a really, really great channel with over 15,000 enthusiasts across the world who follow all the experience and great advice that Paul shares with you. Now Paul is an ex-watch dealer based through many years of experience down in the south of England. Although he's kind of retired from that now, he had this great idea through this community he's built up to have a show that would bring traders and watch enthusiasts together. Now this thought that Paul had only went back till August 2019 and the show happened in October. Now that's a really, really short window of time. What's more, this show was predominantly organised and delivered by Paul himself, so one guy doing all of that. But hats off to you, Paul. He brought literally probably 25 to 30 businesses together, from antique dealers to modern watch dealers, well-known names. He brought the Watch Register there, he brought auctioneers there, and some really, really cool brands we had booked. There was so much to see over 2 halls that was set up in the old Ship Inn in Brighton. Now, of course, convincing all these dealers to come along with millions of pounds of watches is quite something, and hats off to Paul for actually achieving that. But for the 700 or so people that came along who had previously bought tickets for the event, it really was a feast of gorgeous watches to be seen. The day ran between about 10 o'clock and 5 o'clock, and it was absolutely buzzing, and we actually set up a stand there, and I was joined there by a colleague Scott, and we were absolutely flat out through the day. And it was great fun to be talking to many of you who follow my channel there, but also to meet so many new faces. The collection was absolutely awesome. The way the halls were set up was effectively with tables around the perimeter of the hall, and Paul had actually bought a small, maybe a 2 to 3 foot cabinet for all the jewelers to put their watches on show. And there was a fantastic collection from gorgeous vintage watches going back through the years right to the very latest watches from Rolex and Audemars Piguet and Cartier, and there were literally millions and millions of pounds of watches there to be seen. The show was really, really good. Aside from all the watches to be seen, Paul had actually set up like a Q&A session. So we had Paul there talking to some of his guests, and we had Katya from the Watch Register talking all about stolen watches and the importance of that. And there was really an awful lot to be seen. So the day itself absolutely flew by. We had the chance to go and network and meet many of the other traders, but it really was a great, great show. And I think a really good start, considering, as I said earlier, that Paul did this all by himself. So I hope that's something that is actually going to follow. However, the show, while it brought people together and it brought traders there, and we all had a fantastic day, there was a lovely side to the show that was something that was close to Paul's heart. And he's an absolute gentleman. He's got a heart of gold, and while he wants to pull this show together for traders and enthusiasts, he also wanted to have a legacy behind it. He wanted to do something that would help a charity. And so he looked at charities. He didn't want to do something for a massive charity where he didn't know where the money would go to. So he chose a local charity, I think called Sullivan's Heroes. And more specifically, he found this lovely, lovely family. A mum and dad called Bill and Elaine, and their lovely little boy called Jacob. Now you may have seen an earlier video I've done on Jacob, and if you haven't seen it, I really encourage you to go back and look through some of my earlier YouTube videos where you can see this very, very sad start to Jacob's life, but now he's in a wonderful, wonderful home. And what Paul wanted to do is he wanted to raise money. He wanted to help Jacob and his mum and dad improve things actually in his household, and in doing that he auctioned a Tudor Black Bay GMT watch, and we raised £5,000 that will help make their life better. That actually was the most memorable thing of the event. Seeing the look on Jacob's face and his parents' face and all the community there who has so proudly played an important part. Not only those people who were there, but people from around the world who've so generously donated to this fantastic cause. I was also very lucky to be able to play a little part in it from myself as Edinburgh Watch Company and from the community, as we wanted to do something for Jacob's mum Elaine, and we gave her this most beautiful Bell watch, finished in stainless steel and gold, diamond dial, diamond bezel, which was a complete surprise for her. And in Paul's words, I think her legs almost buckled. So Elaine, if you get the chance to see this video, I hope you wear that in good health. You absolutely deserve it. You and Bill, you're wonderful parents for Jacob. So that was the end of the event. In the evening, we had drinks that were all laid on. And again, it was a chance for more enthusiasts to get together, share a drink. We had a wonderful magician there, actually, for guests to enjoy as well. And I think for many, the show went on into the early hours of the morning, and no doubt there would be a few sore heads on the back of that. So that was the Brighton Watch Show. It's the first watch show I, as Edinburgh Watch Company, have ever exhibited at. Of course, I've been to Basel, but I guess in a way this was bringing Basel to Brighton, and it was something for locals to enjoy. I loved the show. I really, really did. I'm so happy that we drove the 475 miles down there, and we're actually part of something that was so successful. And I think it was just really good. And I think even looking back over the last 5 years since I started Edinburgh Watch Company, there's a real buzz in the watch community. There's so many great forums out there. Up here in Scotland, we've got Scottish Watches, two great guys, Ricky and Rick, that are really making fantastic pace in building something for watch enthusiasts. We've got others like Buck and Jack, Adrian, and all sorts of guys around the country doing stuff. And of course, other enthusiasts that set up their own YouTube channel where there's an absolute buzz talking about watches. So I think the pace is really there. There's another show, there's a London Watch Show that's just been announced, and we're actually going to be attending that too. So again, that's going to be, I think, in April next year. And hopefully Paul will do another show for us all to enjoy. So that was it. That was a little bit of my experience at the Brighton Watch Show. We've also got this lovely souvenir brochure here that Paul pulled together, and it's something I'm sure people will keep. He's even very cleverly put all sorts of Rolex serial numbers there, so visitors can actually look back through this reference and easily see what age of watch they're perhaps considering buying.
Jonathan, lovely to see you.
We have got the first watch show.
Yeah, exactly.
Hats
yeah,
off.
yeah.
How's it
Thank
been
you very
going
much.
for you?
Yeah, great. I mean, it's been stressful. I've been obviously worried about, people turning up on time, and obviously the security is massive for us. But I just had this crazy idea one afternoon. I was a bit bored, and I thought, you know what, I'd like to do this. And I think the next day I announced that it was on, and I was committed, because if I say I'm going to do something, I'll do it. So far, unless everyone's just being polite, everyone seems to be having a lovely time. Everyone's saying that they're enjoying it, which is my only goal. I want everyone to have a nice time, the dealers to have a good day. More importantly, I want the public to be introduced to what I call proper watch dealers. People like yourself, people who put their own money on the line, week in, week out, and I want them to meet real watch people. And these guys here today are what I call real watch people.
I was saying to somebody earlier, this is like bringing Balworld to Brighton.
Yeah.
But you know what? Rather than the trip to Balworld where you can't go and touch watches behind the windows, all the visitors here today from around the world have had a chance to engage with the traders here. And it's just it's a wonderful, wonderful experience.
Well, that was the important part, and that is why I've been very selective about the dealers that I invited. I wanted friendly dealers here who can show regular watch people that it's not necessarily a snobby industry. So it's the evening event here at the Brighton Watch Show. We're all a little bit more relaxed now. Well, I think so anyway. And I'm with Paul and Tony, who've come to the show today. My thanks to them for come along. Paul, how did you find it?
Fantastic, yeah.
Enjoyed it?
I've learned a lot. I've seen a few watches I've not seen ever before. So
Yeah. So if you was going to say there was one thing that you've learnt today or found out, what would you say that is? How easy it is to spend money?
So it's very easy to spend money.
Just be really interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot of people want to talk to you.
Yeah.
You kind of think they wouldn't want to talk to you. You sort of feel as if they're a bit of an outsider.
Yeah.
But it was quite easy to talk to people.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
It sort of is now.
Yeah.
That's what I found.
Well, that was the aim before the show. I wanted to bring ordinary people like ourselves and bring you into our world, if you like, because our world as watch dealers is probably different to the one that you imagine it might be like. We're not all stuck up, we're not all snobby, they're not all crooks, you know, they're good, honest working guys. And I hope they were approachable. You know, I said to them before the show, you know, come on guys, you've got to put your best public face on today, and I think hopefully they did that.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Definitely.
And I think you ended up making a purchase or two today, is that
I bought
right?
a few, yeah.
From whom did you buy them?
The Edinburgh
From
Watch
Edinburgh
Company.
Edinburgh, Jonathan at Edinburgh Watch Company, yeah.
Jonathan,
We actually spoke to him because of one of your videos.
Yeah.
I remember you mentioning
Yeah.
a mate of mine's coming from, so we went straight over, had a little chat with him.
So what did you
Told
buy?
him. We bought the
Too much.
what did you buy? We bought the Tudor,
Yeah. Which one?
the bronze,
The bronze, yeah.
and we bought the Batman,
Nice.
the legendary Batman.
Have you got either of them on at the moment?
I'm not. No.
No, you're not spawning
No,
them at the
I've
moment.
got
They're-
nothing, no.
Right, okay. They're not
No.
going to be safe coins, are they?
No, they're going to be on.
You're going to be wearing them.
No, they're
You're
going to
gonna be
definitely
wearing
going to. Yeah, that's the.
Did he buy you a
that's
watch?
the point.
He did buy me a watch, and I can't remember the name of it, but it's 18 karat gold.
Lovely.
Beautiful, fitted perfectly, diamonds around the face.
Yeah, beautiful.
So yeah, I really like it. And we're going to get a weekend in Edinburgh to go and
And we're going to go pick them up
Fantastic.
rather than send them down. Let's go and
Absolutely
see you up there and pick them up.
So, how did you think? Do you think the show achieved? Honestly, do you think the show achieved the expectations?
I think it did probably more than I was expecting, to be honest with you.
Good.
I
You
thought
sort of
I'd
walk
be
through the door.
bored stiff.
I thought
and
Tony
had a
bored as well, yeah.
brilliant
Oh, that's
afternoon.
lovely to hear.
I was really educated this afternoon, especially by these guys.
Lovely.
The Edinburgh Watch Company.
Yeah, they're good guys.
Amazing.
Yeah. This is the thing. All the guys that I brought down to the show today, I know them. I know they're good guys. Otherwise, they wouldn't have been here. And I was explaining earlier on to David at Gestorology that we run a very tight-knit community, and if you make a mistake in our community, you're ostracised by everyone else. It's the end for you. And all these guys that are in the hall today, we all have to work. Well, not me, because I've now retired, but we all had to work very hard to earn everyone else's respect. And that's the way that independent watch dealers tend to work.
So there we are, just a short video. Thank you so much for joining. Go and have a look at Paul's YouTube channel. There'll be loads more videos coming along together. As I say, we've actually filmed some footage there of the event, which will be part of this chat, and I know Paul's going to be doing a video soon. So that's all from me. I'm going to be doing some more watch chats soon, so if there's something you'd like me to talk about, things of particular interest, then why not just put them in the comments below this, and I'll see if that's something we can do later beyond just the regular product views. But remember, if you want to see all the latest videos, just click there and you'll be notified. Take care. Bye bye.